The countdown to Beijing 2022 is officially on. Today marks 1 year to go until the Winter Games in China, and officials unveiled the designs for the Olympic and Paralympic torches. But human rights groups are taking a stand tonight, calling for a boycott to the Games because of China's abuses against ethnic minorities and the detention of 2 Canadians. Crystal Goomansingh reports.
Beijing.
With the spotlight on China, activists fear the glimmer of gold will have people turning a blind eye to the country's human rights record.
I was in the same protest, or at least call for boycott in 2008. We all kind of kowtow to what China wants us to do. And I think somebody has to break that cycle of retaliation and bullying.
China recently clawed back freedoms for people in Hong Kong, freedoms protected under international obligations. There are documented cases with first-hand accounts of Uyghur Muslims being abused, even raped in Chinese camps, and the continued detention of Canadians Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor.
I think our collective heart breaks for what's happening to them. And yet, I think common sense should tell most of us that we're not going to embarrass the Chinese. We're not going to shame them into letting those 2 out of prison.
David Shoemaker says his job is to support Canada's athletes, and he demonstrated that in an open letter, writing, "In no way are we at the Canadian Olympic Committee and Canadian Paralympics Committee trying to minimize what is happening in China. But a boycott is not the answer." Canada didn't go to the Moscow Games in 1980, and there have been many calls for boycotts since, including the 2014 Winter Games in Sochi and the 2008 Games in Beijing. When it comes to these games, the Association for Democracy in China says Canada shouldn't go.
At least giving the people in China some hope that people care outside.
Shoemaker lived in China and says he gets it, but Canada is going.
We did want to make sure that the athletes understood, no, we're behind you. We don't think you should be used as pawns in a dispute among nations.
A clear message for athletes, but one that won't silence critics of the Games. Crystal Goomansingh, Global News, London.